Morristown is the fifth largest metropolitan area in East Tennessee and the ninth largest in the state. We've maintained a steady growth in population over the past several decades, and our city needs this structure to grow a thriving community. What's your plan to improve the accessibility and infrastructure of the city?
Great question. Thank you. So I think you're absolutely right that we have grown, we continue to grow, and that growth chart is not done yet. We have seen even in recent city council meetings, you will see rezoning and planning or bringing in city property in an effort to build more housing on it. So I think that is the plan, is that people are coming and building for that opportunity, and that is going to have a strain on the infrastructure if we don't actively maintain that. So, of course, things like roads, that's a significant issue, and maintaining those. Obviously, all types of things, water, sewer, all those things that we need, bridges, everything of that nature. I want to be careful that we are maintaining our current infrastructure before we run over and sorry, notification, before we run out and try to expand infrastructure. Like, I think that is a great way for a city to kind of in some way collapse upon itself, not literally, but kind of collapse on itself when it tries to expand so quickly and tries to move in one direction and then this direction and just spread in that way and not take care of what we have already. So I would say, I know there's actually currently a lot of discussion about what infrastructure is, and depending who you ask,
Yep.
infrastructure is either this big or it's just these things. So I'm not necessarily here to define that for some people or not. But so generally speaking, I will say that we are going to have to make sure that we don't stretch ourselves too thin and so thin in trying to meet what we believe our infrastructure needs and say, well, we're going to need new roads here and new roads there and new roads here, that we completely allow the roads that are being used every single day to go to be dilapidated. So I think that we're going to have to find that balance. And when the new infrastructure needs to happen, then we're going to have to slowly bring that on as to not overwhelm the entire system and not to neglect parts of the infrastructure that we have already committed to maintaining.
Exactly. Yeah, I think a lot of the downtown area can just look so beautiful. Just looking at old pictures, like a lot of these buildings can be repaired, and like all these roads can be completely redone, and we can have like accessible infrastructure around here. And so I think that's really important before we start expanding outward. We should really be focusing on what we have right now. I think that's a good way to approach it.